Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maria. If you watched this video and you enjoy it, don't be shy, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for any future videos on narcissistic abuse recovery and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. If you haven't yet, please click the link and watch the video on 5 steps to heal from narcissistic abuse, because today we are going to start step number 4, and step 4 is going inward. So as we start this journey of going inward, I want to forewarn you, there may be some uncomfortable feelings, some things that hurt, some anxiety, maybe some depression, some irritability even. And why is this? This is not because we're defective or there is anything wrong with us. It's because going inward is causing us to look at our core wounds, to dissect them, to figure out where they came from, to understand our hurt better from the inside. Okay, so when we get triggered, these triggers poke at our core wounds that are open, they're fragile. What comes out of these core wounds when they are triggered is the anxiety, the depression, the irritability, the anger. So when we are triggered, a lot of times it's, let's say, with a current partner. Well, our current partners may be our partners because they are familiar to us. They are very similar to the people that abused us in childhood. So they understand our triggers because they are very similar to the people that established these core wounds, right? So during this process, we are going to start to understand that safety does not equal familiar. So someone who is familiar is not necessarily going to be safe for us in this process. But as we go inward, we are going to learn what our core wounds are. We are going to have compassion for ourselves. And we are going to understand that there are a lot of tools that are going to help us along the way. So let's get right into it. So as we dive into our core wounds and we're kind of dissecting and understanding these things, there are going to be a lot of things that come up that we call narratives. There are narratives that were placed on our life. This is where these inner critic thoughts are coming from. This, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not smart enough, I'm never going to get a good job, right? So these come from narratives that were placed on your life. Whether or not your parent gave you the silent treatment, caused you to think there was something wrong with you. Maybe they compared you to your siblings. And whatever it was, we either heard an outside voice tell us these narratives and we attach them to our identity, or we were children and we were filling in the blank and trying to understand why someone was treating us the way that they were treating us. So we created stories about ourselves and we attached them to our identity. Regardless of all of this, these narratives that are placed on your life that you carry throughout your day, they have nothing to do with who your true core self is. So the point is that we need to get down to our true core selves. Who is our true sense of self? Okay. So a couple tools that you can use in this case is to write a true thought, false thought list. Try to write out, what are these false narrative thoughts? What are these false narratives that are on your life? And then write a column of what are the true thoughts? What is the true story about who you are? This is us just breaking the surface of understanding who our true self is. We want to do this bit by bit. So this is a good way to start. Another tool that we're going to incorporate is trusting our gut. There is nothing more important in this journey than learning how to trust your gut. But because we have these false narratives on our life and we have these negative inner critic thoughts and the imposter syndrome, it's hard to understand what our gut is actually telling us. So during this process, it is always a good idea daily to ask yourself, what is my gut telling me right now? So as we go inward, we are going to notice uncomfortable feelings in our physical body. Okay? So we are going to be possibly dysregulated. So a tool that we need to incorporate into our daily life is the tool of regulating our nervous system. This is going to be important because we want to feel safe in our body. We are reframing what safety looks like. Safety does not equal familiar, okay? So we want to make sure that we are safe in our body. So in order to do that, we are going to work on being in the present moment. There are a lot of tools you can incorporate in your life to be in the present. One really wonderful tool that we all have a piece of is nature, in any sense of the word. Going out on a walk, using our senses, cooking a meal even, using the sense of smell, the taste of food. Anything that grounds us and brings us back into the present is a tool that we can use to regulate our nervous system, to make us feel safe in our body. So this also involves using essential oils if you want to carry them with you in your bag, in your purse, to be able to smell them if you get triggered to come back into the present. And this is while you're going on this healing journey, until you get your feet in the ground and you're able to go on throughout your day without these triggers. These are just some tools that you can use, but you need to incorporate these in your life if this is what you are, if you're in the stage right now where you're going through this healing journey and you are touching these core wounds inside, because the dysregulation, it will come. Okay, so as we're talking about regulating our nervous system, I want you to understand that when we have these ruminating thoughts in our mind, whether it's the thoughts about the abuse, our mind might be on a limbic system trauma loop, thinking about the trauma over and over again. We may be ruminating about people that hurt us in high school. We could be ruminating about something that happened in our childhood, or how angry we are, or whatever it may be. If you are stuck on that thought process of rumination, it is because you are literally in your head. When we are in our head, that means that anxiety may come, right? Like our mind is running faster. Just always remember, when you are in your head, you are not in your body. So we are trying to come back into our body to feel stable, to feel safe. So we do this by being mindful, using mindfulness. So everybody has heard of the word mindfulness, but what really is mindfulness? Mindfulness is going inside and feeling where these uncomfortable feelings are in your body when you get triggered. So if you feel your chest tightening up, it's important to sit still and look in your body, and where is the tight feeling? And what exactly does it feel like? Is it to the right? Is it to the left? Is it maybe at the bottom of your throat? Do you feel it in your tummy area? Are your hands gripped? Is your mouth tight? Is your jaw clenched? Just go inside. Mindfulness is taking a look at how these feelings are in your body and sitting with them, understanding them, feeling safe in your body, knowing that you're okay. We go through this healing process, a lot of times we have emotional flashbacks, so we flash back into a time where we didn't feel safe. So how do we combat that? We come back into the present. We come back into our body. We do this by being mindful. We do this by diaphragmatic breathing. So if you are in your head and you are ruminating, just remember it's only because you are not in your body. And be compassionate with yourself. So as we move along this healing journey, we're also going to want to be reprogramming our subconscious mind. And this means that it's going to take an extended amount of time to build new pathways in our mind, because our pathways are so paved out. This I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm never going to. We've been playing the same record on repeat in our mind since childhood or whenever the abuse started. So reprogramming our subconscious mind, it takes some time and it takes some effort. You know, a lot of people talk about daily affirmations. We have file folders of evidence in our minds, in our subconscious minds, as to why we're not worthy, why we're not good enough. We have years and years in these file folders of evidence as to why these thoughts are not true. If all we're doing is telling ourselves daily affirmations like, I am worthy, I am good enough, that's a great place to start, but we need evidence as to why these things are true. Okay? So we can build this evidence. We do this, a tool is to use an accomplishment journal. So every night before you go to bed, write in this accomplishment journal all of the things that you accomplished during the day. During this healing journey, we celebrate all successes, all small successes. An accomplishment journal, for me, an entry may look like, I made my bed, I paid my electric bill, I washed the dishes, I, got a whatever job, anything that happens during the day that is an accomplishment, we are going to write that in our accomplishment journal. When you do this, you start noticing that you are worthy, you are good enough, you are able to accomplish things, you can get a good job. You are, so this is us giving ourselves a file folder of evidence as to why these daily affirmations are true, so that our subconscious mind has something to go off of, so that we can pave new pathways as to our belief system about ourselves. I'll leave you with this. As we go through the healing journey, we are learning that what we thought was safe isn't actually safe. It was just familiar. We are taking safety to a new level by understanding that we are safe as we are in our body. We are safe in our body. We are safe in the present. Okay, so as we do this and we regulate our nervous system and we reprogram our subconscious mind, it's going to be important to have people around you that are going to incorporate what safety really is. We are going to want to create a safe environment. During a lot of this healing journey, I understand, and it is totally normal, and be compassionate about yourself about wanting to be alone. That is normal because no one can go through this healing journey but you. You're the only one, you are the expert of yourself. But it is great if you have people around you that have been through similar experiences as you and can understand how you feel at the level and the stage in this journey that you're on right now. So joining a support group for narcissistic abuse, say, is a very valuable tool as you go through this inward healing journey. So I just wanted to put it out there and offer. I have a group that I put together. We meet every Tuesday night on Zoom. It is the Los Angeles Women's Narcissistic Abuse Meetup Group. It is only for women, but if you are out there and you want to join, you don't have to live in Los Angeles. It is on Zoom. It's on meetup.com, and the link is going to be in the description. There are other support groups as well, so just take that into consideration. Support groups was a great tool for me, and I don't know how I would have gotten through my healing journey without them. So I would suggest joining a group of people that are going to understand and kind of hold your hand through this process. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't be shy, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for any future videos on narcissistic abuse recovery and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And as always, I wish you all the love in the world.